Welcome to Carpet Cleaning Fight Club. In this corner, we have the brand new Bissell Pet Pro ProHeat. It's a really long name and we will put it on the screen so you know. It has obviously like a clean water tank, and this one you just add the solution directly into the tank. It has like little lines on the back. This is your dirty water reservoir. One thing I'm thinking is going to be pretty rad about it is that it has 2 scrub brushes here, which like 2 is always better than 1. And then this is the bag of goodies that it came with. So a small thing of carpet cleaning solution, not very big. This thing that looks like a transformer arm. So this is probably to dry would be to suck up, and then wet to spray. And then it's got these things which are like kind of silicone, which will help pull up pet hair. Another extra little this will be like a stair tool or an upholstery tool. And then the hose that comes with it. What's this thing? Probably just something from the box. Okay, I thought this was like just part of the box, but take away my cleaning crown. It's a brush, roll, and hair remover. So it must be to like get the hair out of the brushes if it gets tangled for like human hair probably, or long dog hair or cat hair. So I guess we won't throw that away. Okay, that's the first one that we have. We're going to pit 5 carpet cleaners against each other. These are all like relatively newer models for 2023. So we're going to show you like this carpet is really, really dirty and lots of pet stains. And then we're going to like test some very hard to lift stains. Like I'm going to dump a bottle of red wine on this carpet. In this corner, we have, okay, so this is a little bit of an older version of a Bissell. Like it's not like old. It was probably hip and new last year. But this is called the Bissell Revolution. This has a lot of really good 5-star reviews on Amazon. Is that just the name of it? Oh, it's ProHeat 2x Revolution Pet. We've got the brush cleaning tool, a little bit of the carpet cleaner. This isn't a very big thing. Like this isn't gonna go very long, so you're gonna have to buy some more after that, especially if your carpets are filthy. We've got floor and upholstery attachment. Pet stain tool. So, and I like when that has like silicone in here because it's gonna help like dig in deep, and it helps pull up hair out of the carpet. Ooh, and I got another one, which is, this is going to be for stairs. The bristles are a little mushed. Okay. Oh, it came with 2 cleaners. What is this for? Oh, it's the measure for your pouring in your cleaning. So it comes with a measuring cup and then a hose. And that's all we got. Use it? Use it? Okay, whatever. In this corner, we now have brought in a Hoover, okay? So we have the Hoover PowerScrub XL. It has heat force. Has a tank at the top, which I filled. If it looks kind of murky, it's just because I put the hot water in here. And then it actually has a separate reservoir tank in the back here. It has a deep clean / quick clean knob that we can twist around. And then I'm just gonna tip it up here because it has like, kind of like, those must go down deep into the carpet and then spin. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to test them out. It also came with this yoga mat for like parking it in your cleaning closet. Oops, sorry. And then I've got this mega tool for pet stains probably. I've got a hose in here. It came with like a very small bottle of cleaning stuff, and then an upholstery stair tool. And that's it. In this corner, we have another Hoover. It is called the Hoover PowerScrub Deluxe. So all of these vacuums have really good reviews on Amazon. That's kind of what we went with, like at least minimum 4+ stars. This one has a, this is your water tank. It says rinse and wash, so I'm interested to see how that is. And then the solution tank is up here at the top. I will say it was like really cumbersome to get this tank in and out. And then let's just kind of do a little tip back and take a look at the scrubbers from the underneath. So we've got, it's interesting, the other Hoover kind of has a scrubber too, as opposed to the Bissells who have the spinning brushes. Okay, Now, in my bag of tricks came with one thing of solution. This is gonna be like a carpet upholstery pet stain attachment, but that is going to spin when it's being ran. That'll be interesting to see when it's working. This is the hose. Oh, we've got another little tool here. This would be like carpet and upholstery. I sometimes like when the carpet and upholstery tools are a little bit bigger, so you're gonna cover more area. Save you some time. Ooh, and we've got a smaller one for smaller spaces. So that's actually pretty good. This is the only one that has come with 3 attachments. And our final contender is the Hoover Smartwash, okay? So we actually have 3 Hoovers and 2 Bissells in this situation. So we've got a top tank here, and then it has a solution tank in the back, so you're not pouring your solution into this. It's gonna like slowly, when you spray the nozzle, it's gonna disperse on its own. Interesting tidbit, this one does have the roller brushes on it versus like the spinny brushes underneath from the other Hoover. We have a dirty reservoir tank. Again, nobody's impressed me yet with the size of the cleaner. Just because like this isn't gonna last very long. So you have to buy the extra cleaner, which sucks when you're already like spending $300. This is the stair tool, but then it has a little paw print on it. So anytime you see these like silicone brushes, it's because it helps get the hair out of the carpet. It's just gonna help a lot. Oh, it has a switcher-outy. So that's actually pretty smart. So then you don't need more than one tool. So that's gonna be stair tool. Well, stair tool and carpet hair, dog hair tool cleaning. What else do we got here? A hose. And that's all she wrote. So just a heads up, these are very, very old carpets, like 25 to 30 years old, and these are set in pet stains. They haven't been treated or anything like that. So basically we're like wishing and hoping that they're gonna come out. If they don't come out, that's okay. Sometimes your carpets are just too far gone, but it is we're gonna give it our best shot. All right, we have all of our vacuums lined up right now, and we're going to see how well each one does on its own on just a plain old dog stained carpet. Starting with the Bissell, this one started off very strong, and you can see such a big difference immediately on the carpet. This carpet cleaner had great suction and good maneuverability. I really liked the clean shot feature. It was very, very easy to manage, and look at how disgusting this water was after just doing that one little area. Like I just did a stripe. With the Hoover, I noticed right off the bat that this one wasn't as good as the Bissell. If you look closely, you can see 3 lines from the circular scrubbers at the bottom. It's not that the Hoover didn't work at all, it's just that it's super uneven and it's not lifting as much of those stains compared to the Bissell. There was a lot of water when I pulled the trigger, but also it had very good suction. What I like about this one is that it has a rinse feature, which allows you to rinse the solution off a little more than the others. The carpet was not very wet afterwards, however, it kind of felt like there was a residue left over, which is funny considering that this is the one that had the rinse cycle. Ew. So look, it's got like a little filter that would help with dog hair, I guess. Here's the water dump, and this one was still looking pretty gross. You can see in the video that we kind of struggled with this one a bit. It drenched the carpet at first, and we couldn't figure out how to make it suck it back up. But then we figured it out after we messed around with it a little bit. We figured out what the problem was. Like when we put it together, it's a little bit like cumbersome to put all the pieces together, and then the tank wasn't sitting properly on the hose holder. So this was just like user error. It's not their fault, it's ours. By the way, we tried our best to do the same amount of passes on the carpet for each carpet cleaner, but stuff like this made it kind of difficult. Other than this though, we did not like how big and like awkward and cumbersome it was to move. Visually, it was really hard to see like in the front of the machine on the carpet that I was cleaning. Like I was trying to look at what I was trying to clean up and I couldn't see it because it was so big, you know? You can see that just like the last one, this also left 3 lines from those scrubbers at the bottom. And this machine only has 2 options, quick or deep clean. Overall, this one was not my favorite. It was just clunky. And here's the water dump. And to circle back on like us not being able to put that tank in right at the beginning, it was really hard to remove the tank to dump out the water, and it was really hard to put it back in. Right off the bat, I like this one a lot more. There's no lines left behind, and it's very evenly cleaning, just like our other Bissell. It also had awesome suction.
But just like the other Bissell, the dirty water tank filled super quickly, if not more so. It sprays more water than the unit can suck up and hold. This one also left the carpet pretty wet afterwards. And here's the water dump. And ding, 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 this one was my favorite so far. The thing that was different about this one was that the pushing forward was wash and the pulling back was dry, suction. There was no trigger to hold on to. It had really good suction too. As you can see, this one did a great job and was very even with cleaning all of the dirty spots. It left behind no lines and the carpet was super dry after using this. The water was also super disgusting after using this one, but to be fair, it was gross with every single machine that we dumped out. This carpet was pretty dirty. And here's our final shot with the results of our first test.
Now we're going to use the attachments that came with the carpet cleaners.
We decided to test out all of the attachment pieces by filling in the edges of each column we have made on the carpet with the tape. The Hoover had a very long hose for attachment, which was super nice. For this stair tool, I had to push down pretty hard for the suction to work, but it worked really well. The attachments that came with this carpet cleaner were very simple, but very effective. No crazy bells or whistles, and it does an amazing job. A few things about this one. First of all, the attachment hose was impossible to get on. It honestly was a nightmare. It was so hard to snap in that we literally almost just gave up. Anyways, the pet tool worked pretty good. If you remember in the beginning of the video, I said that the stair tool's bristles arrived all bent and out of shape. Its bristles were very short and the sprayer was super messy for some reason.
So it's totally full and I can't suck up any more water. So look at, this is the fill line, but then look how much water and formula I still have left in the tank. So you have to empty your tank way more often with this one.
The attachment on this one was very hard to remove, but it worked very well. They actually worked better than the actual stand-up part. The upholstery attachment was awesome. I ended up using this one to tackle some of the really bad stains around the room, and I was not disappointed. And then look how good it's working to lift off these really, really set in stains that I just wandered off and started cleaning. These are leftover dog vomit, dog poop, dog pee. Honestly, you name it, we got it in this house. This spinning attachment, while really flashy looking, just seems like a bunch of bells and whistles that gave you the same result. It was so big that it didn't really fit into any of the tighter spaces or corners, which was annoying. It wasn't bad, it was just overkill in my opinion. These attachments were hard to use and confusing. This part is just me trying to figure out how to make it suck and attach together properly.
Ah! It's coming out the front, not the back.
I wasn't crazy impressed with this one. It wasn't awful, it was just much too confusing and did basically an average job of cleaning. On the other hand, this carpet cleaner came with a spare attachment to make up for how crappy this other one was. Overall, it was trying too hard to be cool and was not as effective at all. I just gave each section a once-over to smooth it out and make everything look perfect for our final analysis. I can't believe how clean this carpet is compared to the old carpet.
Okay, so look at these carpets right off the top of our heads, and based on using these, like usability, all of the factors that we're going to explain in much more detail to you later. This Hoover, what is this one? The Hoover Smartwash kicked a lot of asses. But this Bissell Revolution ProHeat 2 times, yada, 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 is a close second. These three, they worked, but they have some downfalls. So, and they didn't do such a great job on the carpets. All right, now that we've tested just like dirty carpets, we're going to give them a run for their money. So we're gonna make some stains, and then we're going to get them out. Red wine, tomato sauce. I should probably kind of smear it in. Okay, makeup. Very common carpet stain. And because we're crazy, a permanent marker.
Okay, for the red Hoover, the makeup came fully off. The spaghetti sauce was really close, but you can still slightly see it. With the red wine, you can still sort of see it, and the permanent marker didn't come off. It's slightly faded. I honestly didn't expect it to come off. You usually need to use like rubbing alcohol to lift this off, but you know, we're crazy and we wanted to test it out because these carpets are being ripped out next week. All right, now for the orange Bissell. The makeup came off, the spaghetti almost did, and the red wine faded, but honestly, it looks better than our favorite Hoover. Permanent marker faded a little more than the other one, but still extremely visible. At this point, it's safe to assume that none of those permanent marker smiley emojis are going to come off, and that's okay. This one did surprisingly well considering how badly it did in the first test. The wine, spaghetti, and makeup all came off decently well with only a small trace that they were there in the first place. Although the makeup is still visible on this one, whereas on the other two, it came completely off. The permanent marker is still not budging. Now for the blue Hoover, I was the least impressed with this one. You can still clearly see the makeup, the wine, and the marker. The spaghetti sauce mostly came off, but this one had the most remaining stains left over. Now the purple and green Bissell did really well. Nearly everything came off except for a faint outline left on the red wine stain. Not bad at all, and keep in mind that we didn't spot treat these stains first. We just wanted to do this for testing purposes so that we would just hit it right away with the carpet cleaners and see what would lift on a not even set in stain. But I would always recommend that you would pre-treat a stain anyways, just to make sure that it's going to lift straight off the bat.
All right, so the stain portion of this like experiment didn't work out that great, but it actually did. We gave these carpet cleaners a run for their money. We tested them on fresh not set in stains. But the thing is that when you have a stain that's like immediate, you want to spot treat it before you whip out your carpet cleaner. So we just wanted to like raw dog it and rip them up as fast as we can. This carpet's being ripped out of this house tomorrow, so we were able to like be ballsy and test it. And we know the Jiffy marker did not come out, but we're gonna show you how to get that out in another video.
Hoover PowerScrub Extra Large Pet. Pros: attachments did an awesome job, better than the stand-up part. The cons were it's big and cumbersome to move, and it was hard to see in front of the machine while we cleaned. Hard to turn, it left lines on the carpet from the scrub brushes. It only has two options, quick or deep clean. The dirty water reservoir does not snap in well, and the attachments were hard to remove and has an average sized hose. Would I buy the carpet cleaner for myself? Nope. Hoover PowerScrub Deluxe Pet. The pros: it has a rinse feature to rinse out the solution. It has great suction. The carpet is left pretty dry after. The cons: circular scrubbers leave like carpet lines, and not good ones. It covers a smaller area. It has no options or settings. The carpet felt like there was residue left over, even though it had a rinse cycle. Spinning attachment is too fancy and not very effective. The spinning attachment couldn't get into tight spaces. It was just really too big. It has an average size hose. Would I buy this carpet cleaner for myself? No, I would not. The Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution. Pros: awesome suction. Pet scrubber worked great. Heat wave technology keeps the water warm. 2 power brushes work well. Power brushes are accessible and are easy to clean. Cons: it left the carpet very wet. The dirty reservoir tank is small and it fills very quickly. Had to add more water and solution for a second test. The hose is very hard to attach. We almost gave up. And it's an average length. Bristles on the attachment arrived bent, but that was probably just a packaging problem. The upholstery spray was very, very messy. Would I buy this carpet cleaner for myself? No, I would not. The Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution Pet Pro. Pros: easy to maneuver and manage. The 2 power brushes work well. The power brushes are accessible and are easy to clean. Heat wave technology keeps the water warm. Great suction, picks up pet hair. Clean shot feature was great. It has 3 different settings, and it had an extra attachment. Cons: the dirty water tank filled very quickly. We had to fill up the clean water tank twice. The attachments are hard to use. The hose is average. It leaked a little bit. Would I buy this carpet cleaner for myself? Yeah. Hoover Smart Wash Pet Expert Automatic. This is our number 1. Pros: no trigger. Push forward to wash. Pull back to dry. Pull out the solution bottle for rinse only. The dry only feature is great. It pulls extra moisture out of the carpet. The carpet's dried the fastest. It has a long hose for attachments and easy to attach. It did an amazing job pulling the set-in dirt out of the carpet. It had really good suction. It was my personal favorite and not even the most expensive. The cons: I had to press quite hard with the attachments to get good suction. Would I buy this carpet cleaner for myself? Absolutely. Even in the stain test, the Hoover, which one was this called? The Smart Wash, and the Bissell Revolution ProHeat 2X Pro, the ones on the outsides, they did the best on the stains that we poured onto the carpet. These 3, like, they gave it an honest go. It's not that great, but we can at least see that it cleaned the carpet before we put the stains on it, and then did its best to lift those stains that we threw on right away and sucked up.